Okay, we good. We good. Clubhouse, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I know you can't see me, but can you hear me? Yeah, we good? We good? Okay, cool. All right, I think we're good. I think we Gucci, man. YouTube, can you guys hear me? Let me get a big hey, how are you if you can hear me, eh? All right, welcome in, gang. Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all. Sorry about the little hiccup there. A little late start to the morning, but I think we're always on time. Yeah, I think we're always on time. So, anyways, I think we're back. Green, we good? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yeah? No video. No video. Oh. Bam. There we go. Video, baby. There we go. I'm telling you guys were too fired up today. You literally crashed the internet in my neighborhood. Yo, that's crazy. All right, hold on one second. Yo, you guys crashed the grid. That was wild. All right, I think we're back, man. I think we're good. W's in the chat. Yeah, where were we? I think we were right around liking the stream, subbing to the channel. Yeah, I think so. We're in that. Yeah. Okay, we good. Let me just see how many people are here before we get rolling. Let me just double check. Clubhouse is stacked. I already know they're here. YouTube, you know, they take a little while to catch on, but they're coming in. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and run this fresh top-down analysis here on gold, and let's see what we can come up with here today. Should be a great day here, and let's get right into it. Let me just lower the music a little bit, and we'll begin our day here. Yeah, so let's talk about gold. This is the daily time frame here, and we're looking at a massive bullish candle here. Let me just grab some tools. There we go. Yeah, perfect. School, yeah. The schools are shutting down, bro. Yo, for real. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Again, today's daily candle is just moving on up here, right? So as you can see, we got a big bullish candle at the moment. We really don't have much of a lower wick or anything, so there's just a lot. I mean a lot of bullish volume in this candle here today. We're moving on up. It looks like we're coming straight into that gap fill now, so we'll see what we can do with that. But daily time frame is certainly on the run here. Let's take a look at how. Wow, almost 1,100 pips here. Yeah, about 1,100 pips on this daily run. So very interesting. We'll see what happens now as we come right into this zone here. If we're going to reject that gap, or are we going to actually fill it and then look to come back into these wicks up here. So let's drive down to the 4 hour here. Let's take a look at the 4 hour time frame. As you can see, same thing, just very, very bullish. We're continuing to move up, as you can see, right off this support here. 1, 2, 3, 4 4 hour bullish candles in a row. Looks like we're starting to slow up here, right? If we look left, we're coming right into that range. We got some support sitting over here as well. So possibility of us kind of giving one last push up here for price to maybe start to pull back a little bit. So I don't want to jump the conclusion on that. Not really trying to predict that here at all today. But one thing I do know is that we have left this range, right? We are coming into this range, and right now we're currently right at the top of it. So, you know, do we go a little counter trend style here on the Monday? I don't know. We'll see. Whatever playbook setup presents itself, as long as it makes sense, we'll be pretty good to go here. So again, lots of volume in on the 4 hour. Let's drop down to the daily here, and let's see how we can kind of approach some trades here. Again, we're coming right into the zone here now, so I think we do have some more room to go up, but we'll see based off the lower time frames if we end up rejecting that or anything like that here. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour has support. Right, so we got a support sitting right here at 40.84 here. You've been moving up. You had a candle that closed with no top wick, right? So that could be an issue here for these continued buys here, right? So you had no top wick. Let's go ahead and look left here for just a moment so we can see what's going on over here, right? So we have resistance sitting right here at 95. You have a lot of rejections up here as well, somewhere around, I think, like 11 41.11. Look at all these rejections here, man. A lot of rejections. So let's play that range here as well. And then obviously you got 27, which is going to be the most obvious one up there as well. So let's go back to the right hand side. It looks like we are rejecting 41.11. So pretty interesting. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. We did just break the 30-minute lows. 15 minutes been tumbling down now for a couple candles here. So let's see how we close here. We got an hour closure coming up in about 12 minutes. So once that closure happens, we'll see if this is an hourly resistance, then we may have a shot here at coming straight back down into support. We can maybe look to close some partials and things like that right around 40.95, and then see if we can get it to run a little bit further. So yeah, just wait for the hour candle closure here now. We'll see what we do here. I want to see this on the 30-minute. Yeah, this looks pretty good here. So yeah, let's see what happens in this range. If we can close towards like 07, right, like kind of like the top of the range, and we may be open to taking these sells. If we start pushing any lower than that, it's going to be a little tough, right? So if we can get a kind of a candle to close like this, leave a wick here for us to fill, we could take advantage of that fake out below 07, look to trade this down into 96, right? Close partials there, and then maybe leave a runner for support levels down here. So that's what I'm looking at. We're starting to kind of get on the move here, though. I'd like to wait for the 1 hour. The reason I'd like to wait for the 1 hour is because although you'll see a 1 hour candle that just like looks like that, you got to understand that on the 15-minute, what caused this wick here, right? What caused that wick? That was 1, 2, 3, right? 4 15-minute candles that made that 1 hour move down. So now if we get a 1 hour closure like this, right, what's the chances that we just melt, right? What's the chance the next 15-minute candle just melts? And what's the chances the next 15-minute candle actually comes up here, right? Creates a little bit of a high here, a pullback, right? AKA a top wick on the new 1 hour. And then it gives you either a resistance up here that we could start to take at that point, the 1 hour will look something like this, right, ready to come down. Or what we could do is wait for a closure below the range like that, right? And now at this point, yeah, your 1 hour candle is starting to get going, but man, high probability of that candle continuing down as it breaks the lows on the next 15-minute candle. So that's what I'll be looking for. Yeah, that's my plan here today. This is how you correlate the time frames, how you break down candles and anticipate candles within candles, right, taking place and creating ranges and creating resistances and market structure here. So beautiful 1 hour that looks like this would look great. If the 15-minute can look like that, that would be perfecto. We got a lot of clean range coming down, so that would be the move here if we are looking to go short, right? Now how do we go long here, right? Well, we've been moving up for quite some time, right? So we're definitely got some bullish volume on our side here. The only issue is I don't really want to buy up here, right? I don't want to take a buy up there. We're just too overextended at this point. So if we can get maybe a 30-minute candle, right, to come down, right, and remain above 96 here, and then we get some sort of a bullish closure, that's where I'll be looking to take a buy, fill that wick, high time of volume, and look to move up. So I think it's a pretty simple day. As long as you understand candlesticks, ranges, zones, and whatnot, then this should make total sense to you. If you guys have any questions, let the questions begin. But that's pretty much what I'm looking at. I keep it simple here today. Lovely Monday. I'm already up $5,000 on the day between all my accounts. So it's got to be there. It's got to make sense. And if it does, we'll be ready to strike. So cool. That's Goldie. That's Goldie. So let me put sells below here. Boom. 30-minute closures look the best here. 1 hours will follow suit as well, obviously. And then if we can get that 15 pullback, it would be fantastic. So cool. So 96, I'm looking at 96 because anything above 96 here, right? If we don't close below that support right there, then we will most likely continue to move bullish, right? But if we do get a closure, as you can see, price kind of likes to move down from this area. Let me just make that a little bolder. Let's make it yellow. So as you can see here, like price likes to close below and move down, close below, move down, close below, move down, close below, move down, right? You got to fake out here, right? But not before you really kind of pushed all the way down. So that's what we're looking for. You know, that's what we're looking for. A little bit too high up for buys. But again, if you remain above 96, right? So if you remain above 96 and you don't get a closure below, then most likely we will remain bullish here today. So that's 96 is a pretty important area for me today, and I'll be keeping a very, very close eye on it. So yeah, cool. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yeah. Well, so we'll see if we can get this fake out again. 15-minute. We want to see a little bit of a pullback, right, before we go in on this next 1 hour candle, and then yeah, we go from there. Alrighty. Great positions in Asian last night. Beautiful trades in London. New York just moving on up like the Jeffersons. Nothing we can really do with pre-New York today. And now we're in New York sesh. So welcome back. I hope you guys have had a great weekend, and it's time to get back to work. It's time to get back to work. What up, Alpha Seti? What's good? What's good? ES, yeah, let's take a look. We'll take a look at ES here, and looking choppy. So let's take a look here. We had a bullish candle on Friday close, very like inverted celery. We gapped up here. We're starting to move up. The 4 hour, just like gold, continuing to move bullish. We are coming right into resistance here now, though. So we'll see what happens on the 4 hour. The 1 hour is starting to range a little bit, right? So you got a lot of range here on the 1 hour. You got a lot of wicks down here. So I know it looks pretty clean to take a sell on the 1 hour chart, but let's just identify what these wicks represent right here, because they might be like a level of support, right? If that makes sense. So let's take a look. What do you know? There it is, level of support. So here it is, gang. ES is very simple here today. You've got buys above 68.20. right? Closures above, you got all that clean range moving up, and I would say sells are pretty clean below 68, I think 68.12-ish, 11, right? And you got all that range coming down. So for ES today, this would pretty much be like a no trade range for me. Anything above that looks super clean, right, to take buys in. All that clean range to the left, and then anything below looks very, very good to take sells in as well. So again, 4 hour candle being bullish. I'm going to be more with a long bias here this afternoon. But the cool part about what we got going on in front of us is that we have the high and the low both surrounded, right, with our 30-minute ranges here. So we just wait, right? If we do close below, we wait for a little range to sell as we break that 4 hour low. If we close above, then the breakouts look good. We'll be re-breaking the 4 hour highs, and that should begin to push us up pretty much. Look at that clean range. So you got a lot of clean range here. So for me, I got buys above 68.20, sells range 2 sells below 68.12, and yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it. Super simple today. Super duper simple. Yeah, let's clone it. Boom. And bam, that's it. That's it. That's the day. Yeah. That's the hardest part about the day, right? Is really understanding the story, understanding the ranges, the direction, looking at what's already happened, right? Setting up your hunting area basically is what it is, right? Now all we got to do is sit and wait, right? Our gun is loaded, our bullet is in, and now we literally just wait for our prey to come right to us, right? And once that happens, boom, we fire away. So most hunters, traders, they can't, they like to play with the gun. They like to shoot it in the air. They like to hear the sound that the gun makes. And guess what that does? It just scares animals away and just wastes the bullets, right? So a real hunter is going to set up shop. He's going to sit. He's going to wait. He's going to be patient. He's going to be silent, right? And he's going to execute, right? His main goal is execution when his target presents itself. And that's the same thing we're going to do here today. Cool. All right. Capiche? Yes, sir. Sundays, no, we don't do Asian on Sundays. Nope. Man, while I was taking yesterday's trade, I had like one kid on my shoulder, one kid pulling on my leg, another kid literally falling off the chair. It's wild. Trust me. Trust me. It's wild on Sunday nights. Still managed to make $5,000, but it's not easy. It's not an easy job, I promise you. Very stressful. Zoom back in business. Yes, sir. What up, Tim Trades? How are you, G? Great to see you, brother. Great to see you. How did everyone's weekend go? Did everyone have a good weekend? Let's go back to gold here. See what's popping. We're moving downtown here on Goldie. Yeah, I was a little I wanted to see if we can take like a sell here, but we got on the stream a little late and I was a little flabbergasted, right? And so just couldn't really execute on that one. Okay, but if anyone did, by the way, if anyone did take that, I think it was pretty good trade here. It was at 8:30, so you had volume coming in. So if anyone did take this like fade, I think it was a pretty good idea. Yeah, I wanted to take it, but I had to restart my computer and all that. I didn't want to rush into it, but yeah, if you guys did take that, I think it was pretty good. Oh, nice, 18 pips on the fade. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, I think I would have been in that too. Yeah, how we've been all set up and whatnot. Oh, 30-minute 1 hour closure. Are they valid for sells? Yeah, they're starting to look pretty good. Yeah, we're very bullish here today. Very, very bullish. So let's just see what we do. It's we're approaching a new hour candle here too. So 9 a.m. coming up. So you already know it's hunting time. Hunting time. Let me pop Zoom open here. Let's see what's up, Johnny. There he is. Johnny Gems in the house. Get big. Hey, how are you? Big. Hey, how are you?
Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, how are you, John?
What's goody?
What's poppin'?
What do you want to do? What's poppin', brother?
Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you, my man. Happy New Week. Let's get it.
Here we go. We'll tell chat. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get chat.
That's Laylay's new thing. She goes, peekaboo. What do you want to do?
Yo, Lele is hilarious with it.
So funny.
Too funny, bro. For real.
How you feeling?
How y'all feeling?
That was pre-New York. Just up, up, up and away.
Bro, pre-New York was great. Yeah, we actually had buy stops on the 15-minute. Go to the 15-minute real quick. So right in the beginning of the session, we got a breakout. Had buy stops on the candle. 2 minutes left. Got delete.
Gotcha. Okay. And then close the no wick.
And then we kind of closed with no wick. Yeah. Just shoots from that point. So.
Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
So now we're here looking for the same move. You know, another opportunity. You know.
Now we here.
So
we're here, baby. We're here.
Ready to follow the plan.
9 a.m. prime time.
Yeah. Bro.
Okay.
Honestly, no other time, bro. I want to trade on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Right at 9 a.m. So.
Perfect. So we got a closure. It's a 1 hour closure. We already know what we're looking for on the 15-minute time frame. What we want to see here is we do want to see if we can execute off the 1 hour, but we're going to need a top wick here. So we want to see if candles can kind of come up, make some sort of a top wick on the 1 hour candle, and wait a little bit, right? Will give us a few minutes before price makes the move, right? So if we can kind of come up here, right, create some sort of a top wick, maybe even reject, do something like that. We can either, there's a couple options, right? We can take the fade, right, coming down, do something like this. We can wait for a bearish closure, right? That looks something like this, right? And then take that sell. Or what we could do is we can wait for a closure below, right, and then go ahead and take that sell. So we'll see. Other than that, we want to wait here just in case price wants to start moving back up, right? Because if price does want to pull back here, right, and then create support for 930 to move back up, we don't want to be caught in that. So let's wait on the 15 and we go from there. We also never closed below 96 here too, which is a pretty important range here today. Are you using 96 at all, John?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm looking for pretty much the same thing. I would like to see a support and a closure below support.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the buys too.
Like right in the 96 area. And also I'm down for buys off support if we create support.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit more open, I'd say, to the buys, especially after this push down, right? This is a heavier push than I wanted to see. So we've already moved down and filled like 85% of that range there. So if we can kind of come down, break this low, you know, tap into 96 here, right? All on this 30-minute candle, and again, close bullish, then most likely that's the support that price wants to make as not right before 9:30 to continue moving the market up. So yeah, we'll see.
Especially after making a high. Absolutely, bro.
Yep, exactly. Yep, 85% chance that when the volume comes in, we retest that high, right? If we do create a support. So yeah, it would be nice if our 15-minute time frame can come straight down and we can take the buy right off the excuse me, right off this 15-minute support at 9:15 here today. So something like this. We get that closure. We stay above 96, right? Just like we've been talking about. You get a bullish candle closure right here, and then yeah, that's our opportunity to step in, and we'll have an 85% chance of retesting the highs here as that volume comes in. So
Money.
Makes sense to me.
Bingo, bro.
Sells
Got my name on it.
Sells were good, but they were good like up here. You know, so if you caught the sell in the break of the low at 05, then that's a fade. Other than that, now we are bullish, right? So we don't want to, right, just sell because we feel like we can call the top or something, right? This bullish trend here. So we want to see if we can go up with it, but we will have reasons to go down if we can get below 96, right? It'll be some clean traffic and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And just going to feel much more like comfortable and confident in going against the trend, like counter trend trading, once we get like a new support and a closure below the support versus like selling right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And we talk about this in the clubhouse all the time. The sell was either here, right? Or it's basically here, right? Somewhere along here now to take more sells. So if you missed that one, you got to wait. What's my strategy to pass in 1 or 2 days? It's in the clubhouse only. It's a secret strategy.
You got to catch it. It's not even taught, it's caught.
I share my secrets all the time with you guys. It's just, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Right? It's often caught, not taught.
It's facts, bro.
Yeah, but we do have a couple XFAs back on track here. So I'm going to copy 4 of them and then leave 1 to the side. So I got, yeah, so we're up about almost $500 on each of them. Yeah, that's from Asian session last night. So nice little $2,500 start. And we'll see if we can keep it pushing.
Yeah. Love you, bro. Let's get it. Great start to the week.
Going to be very aggressive on these accounts. Really, just going to take really good setups and go a little higher on my size and see what we can do with it.
That's how you got to do it, bro. With the fund accounts in general, got to be aggressive with it, honestly.
Because think about it.
Benefits
with that type of mindset, although I'm able to use 10 lots on the combine and I'm not able to use it on this one yet until I kind of get some more profits built up. But with that in mind, if I can make 6,000 in 2 days on a combine, why can't I make 6,000 in 2 days on an XFA?
Exactly.
Right? So especially once you earn your size with these guys, right, and you're able to go 5 or 6 or 10 contracts. I mean, you know, again, the only thing that gets in the way is your emotion, right? Your emotion. But when you don't trade with emotion, you really tend to just get the job done, right? And keep it clean, right? Take only good trades as always, and really, extend the size on them a little bit when you're confident.
That's facts, bro. Like if the aggressiveness approach, is working on the funded, on the combine, right? And it's like, all right, this aggressiveness is working to get us funded, then it will work to get us payouts. So I agree with you 100% with that.
Yeah.
Are we just on the clubhouse right now?
No, we're on YouTube as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there is multiple benefits, I thought, to like being aggressive on the XFA as well, or on the funded account for the trader. That would actually help your trading actually. And of course you gotta have the skill set, right? Your skills gotta be there, of course, in anything. But you can lock that trailing drawdown real quicker. You can build a bigger buffer quicker, right, and get better payouts as well. So there's multiple benefits, I think, and reasons to be aggressive just throughout the whole funded account route.
Yeah. Facts. So we're gonna get rid of this sells below here. We're gonna fix our range up, and this is what we're looking at now, right? So we got buys above, right? Anything that remains above 96, pretty clean to move back up here. We got a 100 pip range, and then anything below 96, right? It gets a little tough down here, but overall, you know, anything like range 2 below. Let me just check the 4 hour again. Yeah, I think we have to wait for range 2 sells, to be honest, if we're gonna take sells, right? Especially if we didn't take them up here, then at this point it's gonna be tough with that 4 hour candle so bullish like that. So once we get below 84, right now, and 84 is all that chop, right now you have an opportunity. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to take sells. Like, let's say we get a closure that looks like this, like, it's going to be very tough to take those sells. If anything, I'd rather wait for the bullish candle closure back above and look even back above here, honestly, and take the buys, right? Because price may want to play this range today. Although we're using 96, doesn't mean that the price has to use 96. You know, I know we're usually on our game, we're usually on the money with the ranges, but that doesn't guarantee that we're going to use 96, right? Price may want to use 90 here. So we'll just see. Again, with patience, we'll all that information will be revealed to us, right? So we'll see about 96. If we come down, you know, we might get a fake out back above, but yeah, we'll see how we pan out here. So far, so good at 96.
Yo, let's just watch.
Yeah.
Wait.
Guys, how many of you guys enjoyed that webinar this weekend? Wow, that was just incredible. I think we had a perfect amount of flavor. Like, I'm so happy we brought Magnus up and John up and Rafi as well, because man, they just throw those little add-ons in right where you need them. You know, really, they really do. So it was a phenomenal webinar. If you guys missed that in the clubhouse, really go check that out. Try and watch that today. Yeah, try and watch that today.
That's the homework for today, bro.
That's the homework.
Watch the webinar, yo.
That's the homework. Yeah.
You're taking it serious. You got homework today.
For real. That was straight up sauce.
Yo,
straight
facts,
up.
bro. That was probably one of the best webinars we did all year, honestly.
It was a good one. It was certainly a good one. Yes. Yeah, that was good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, Chad, anyone have any good takeaways from it? Yeah, it was really good.
Don't leak. What up, Dan? That Eagle 5000. Yeah, check it out, guys. So good. So good.
Yeah, let's go, Sujay. W, bro.
Range 2 explanation was clear. Very good. Yeah, higher time frame, lower time frame. I think the big one was that higher time frame, lower time frame, and really breaking down candles. That range 2 explanation though was, I'm very happy. Whoever, I think that was Drew who asked that question. Man, that should really help you guys out when it comes to those being in those situations, especially on your own in the markets. You have a lot of sauce there now to go off of, right? So all you got to do is really look at that 4 hour candle, right? And let that 4 hour candle guide your session bias, right? Guide what you do within your session. You see how everything I do always tracks back to the 4 hour, right? When I say, man, sells are going to be tough here, right? Why are sells going to be tough here, right? Why would they be tough below 96? Because if you look at the 4 hour, the 4 hour candle isn't really showing any signs of like breaking its low or doing anything like that, right? It's clearly just a little bit of a fluctuation here. So, you know, not until 84 do we really break the 4 hour low. So that's the reason why we're not too bearish right below 96, especially after the move had already happened. Now look, were we bearish up at 11? Absolutely, because look left. Right, we're coming into these ranges here, we're pushing up, right? We might kind of start to reject, so we're bearish up at 11, but to be bearish now down at 96 is going to be a little tough, right? That pullback already happened, and that 4 hour candle may just be fluctuating right now, right? to continue moving up. So that's why we want to stay a little patient, right? Below 96, just so we don't get caught up in any fake outs there.
Yep, and this stuff is just as important as playbook setups, because you can have playbook setups without understanding this and putting this with the playbook setups. You could be trading the playbook setups wrong in a way, right? Because the playbook setups help you with the entry and the exit, right? And those are important things. You got 3 important things though to a successful trade: entry, exit, and then direction, right? So this correlation here allows us to understand the direction. When you put them both together, now you got strong trades. Now you got a good edge, right? So super important stuff here.
Yeah, because sometimes you think you're taking a breakout here, and like, although this could still work out, right? Like granted, everything I'm saying right now, the sells, if we close below, they could still work out, right? Somehow, some way, that 4-hour candle, if it's going to break its low, it's got to do it somehow, right? But like sometimes traders will come to me and say, hey, you know, like I took this breakout and I don't know what happened. Like I got activated and, you know, price went straight back up and stopped me out. Who's ever been in a situation like this, right? And if you go back and you look at the 4-hour candle, you're going to realize that you sold right here. So as price was pulling back a little bit, you took a sell there, right? Meanwhile, that 4-hour candle was just fluctuating. It wasn't trying to come down, right? It was just trying to move about and then continue moving bullish. So this is where understanding that 4-hour time frame really comes into play. And again, I mean, from me, basically this year for 12 months straight, I traded every session, right? New York, Asian, London, pre-New York, over, rinse and repeat, 5 days a week, every single day for literally almost for over 12 months. So during that time, I got a lot of chart time in, right? I was able to follow the 4-hour candles over and over and over and over again, right? And continue to follow them. So this is where I was able to catch on to building out the daily buy. Like in a way, you can build the daily candle by understanding the 4-hour time frame. And by building the daily candle and understanding the 4-hour time frame, it allows you to understand what's happening on the lower time frames, right? So that way you can take executions and scalp trades and understand why price would be moving the way it's moving, instead of just saying, hey, look, that's a breakout, right? It was a range and then it broke out, right? Let me take it. It's 2 different sides of the game, right? One of them is one trader is truly understanding price action at a very high level. The other trader just understands the playbook, right? Does that make sense? So this is why the clubhouse is so important, because we really get an opportunity to dive deep into what lies beyond the playbook, right? Like what's the unobvious, right? Everything is obvious in the playbook, but what about like the nitty gritty of it, right? The small little details of it. Most people see it for just the face value of it, right? But there are nuances that take place that make the trader trade the playbook much better.
Yes, sir, bro. And not only does it increase our edge, but it also allows us to get more aggressive, to take more trades, right? Because now we're not just going based off the daily, we're going based off this 4-hour, right? We're still using the daily, but we're allowing the 4-hour now to guide us each session. And doesn't it just make sense for the way we trade, right? As scalpers who are trading the New York session and whatnot, right? Like it makes more sense that we focus on this 4-hour time frame, right? Because this is where we're looking for a move right now in New York session. We're looking for a move within the next hour, 2 to 3. So why would we focus so much on the daily and not so much on the 4-hour in that case, right?
Yep. If anyone remembers, when we used to focus heavily on the daily, we would actually run into a lot more no trade days, which is fine. You know, no trade days aren't a big deal at all. But you know, when you're following the 4-hour, you're gonna have a much tighter bias, right? You're gonna be much more tight with the current movement of the market versus just trying to base your bias on the daily. So yeah, it definitely helps out. It definitely zooms in and, you know, locks in your analysis at another level. What up, Clinky? There he is.
Clinky.
Click, 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 click.
What's up? What up, man? Nice.
Hey.
In the house.
How are you? Magnus.
Up you London sesh, bro? Way to kill it. Yeah, that too, Jacob. You know, that's what I was saying as well. Like, it allows us to be more aggressive with scalping moves, right? We could switch our bias quicker. right? Thanks to that 4-hour time frame, we're just flowing now with price
Flow.
action. Facts, Jacob. Agreed, bro.
All right, so I guess I'm going to use this as a little bit of an observation zone now that we're just kind of milking down in here. So we're going to just use that as a bit of an observation zone. Again, it's very difficult to take the sells. As the 4-hour candle starts flipping bearish though, right, and maybe breaking its own low, that's where we can start to anticipate, you know, the moves coming back down. But as of right now, again, we don't want to jump the gun on the sell too much, because this 4-hour candle, even though it looks like it wants to come down, it could still reject. Now look, I'm open for sells, right? You guys know that based off of that 4-hour candle. We talked about this guy here slowing up right at this resistance, right? But it's gonna be much easier to take these sells at 10 unless you caught them from 41.05, right, which was that 30-minute fade. So we'll see, Goldie.
Yep.
What up, Lights Fire?
The name.
Huh?
Lights Fire, what up, man? We wrote our name on the move we want, right? So we don't even have to, we have nothing to do until that move presents itself, right? We should not be getting involved with the markets at all until that move presents itself. At least those who are trading with us, you know.
Yeah. You heard the boss. Let's go. So we'll see about the 15. If we can close back above 95 at 9:15, or I'm sorry, at 9:30, then it's looking good here. Johnny the boss, baby.
Hey, bro, y'all are the boss.
Yeah, and the sells are gonna be pretty tough trying to take them here. So probably gonna leave those for some of you guys. Again, bags already full. Clubhouse. If you guys were already in Asian session trades last night, if you guys were in London session trades today, you already know, right? You better let this market truly convince you right now before stepping into anything, right? Again, a lot of traders know how to bring money in. Very few can keep it. So, hey, you doing? Yo, I'm done.
Yeah.
Johnny gonna be streaming from Dubai next week. Yeah,
I'm down, bro.
John's gonna go to Dubai. I'm gonna jump on like a conference call with him. He's gonna look like this. I'm like, hey, John, what? What the hecky?
What happened to you, bro? Aren't you a New Yorker? Yo, damn.
Bags are filled.
Yeah, y'all got me in all different types of characters, man. I can kill any character though, for real.
Good old. By the way, it's Monday, right? It's only Monday here, so we big
It's
chilling.
only Monday, and some people are quaking, chasing trades right now, bro.
Jason,
Crazy.
don't chase. Habibi Gems, let's go. Next thing you know, he's holding his hands up in victory at the next UFC fight at the Barclays Center. Come on.
That's me every day following my plan, getting that victory.
Howard Stern one's the best. That one's up here somewhere. I've seen them
Bro,
messing
got
around
me in
with
that.
that.
Oh my gosh, chat.
The Howard Stern one is great. We gotta send that one to Dad. Honestly,
Holy smokes, send it over to me.
send it over. Which one of you guys got my dad's number? Anyone? All right, give me 1 sec.
Yeah, bro,
I'll be right back. What were we gonna say?
Nah, I'll wait till you come back.
All right, you can tell me now. I won't leave. I
was
can't.
gonna
I
say,
can't.
Would you take some trades in Asian?
Yeah, I took trades in Asian last night. Let me find. Actually, let me just pull them up over here. So,
Bro, go ahead, take care of what you gotta do, bro. Come back.
nah, it's all good. Trades in Asian. Oh, they're on my TradeZella here. Let me pop open TradeZella. Haven't even popped it open today.
Bro, you caught that like right before Asian Open, right?
Yeah, it was like
Texted me.
7:15. It was like pretty early.
Like, damn, bro, I didn't even open my charts yet. Like,
Yeah, dude.
guys are starting off on a great note.
You already know. You know I'm fired up to get into the week, so.
I already knew, bro.
Yeah, so let me just pull up TradeZella. Oh, this looks good, man. I'm hoping we can reject out of here. I don't know how much we necessarily need the closure back above as opposed to the candle itself, like how we need it. But let's just wait. We got 7 minutes, so we're almost there. We're almost there. Yeah, so by the way, what a month. What a month so far. What a month so far. So this is the trade fade position. Very similar to what you see up here. So let me just show you the 30-minute time frame. So you see the fade position right here. I was actually going to be very interested in this when we got on the stream today, but we had to restart the stream. So that kind of threw me off there, and this one got away from me. But last night, beautiful position, very similar to what you see. Just a clean fade coming down. You had the break of the high. I was pretty bullish, right? But what happened here was you had the break of these highs, right? And I figured we could probably get a slight pullback as we've been moving up and down, you know what I mean? So as we broke that low, I anticipated the sells to come in. We broke the highs up here, which was really my opportunity, right? I wouldn't have taken this had we not broke those highs. But one thing I know is that as you break these highs, you got buyers being activated, right? So if there's a time now to break that low, it's going to be now, right? So buyers are activated. We stop them out somewhere down here. That's where I collect my profits, and then I'm out of there. Yeah, so I basically close full right there.
Perfect.
Yep. So yeah, that was key, you know, that initial break of these highs, because what's everyone looking at here? Celery play, right? Clean traffic to the left, right? But again, the 1 hour candle, this was the 1 hour candle's lower wick, right? So I was expecting that we can probably come back down, have that 1 hour candle reject, because we never really closed above the 1 hour range. So we can get that candle to break the low, reject. It really didn't break the low though. It kind of came right there and then just popped back up. So had a pretty sniper exit on that one, but yeah, that was pretty much a trade.
W, good trade.
Yeah. All right, Goldie. Here we go. Here we go. Let's break that high now.
Yep.
5 minutes left.
Clean, wait on it.
Looking good, looking good.
Patience.
Yeah, price actually did end up continuing to move bullish, but not before I was able to kind of walk away with some pips.
Seen that, bro? You had a sniper exit, it looked like.
I did.
We ended up juicing till London.
Yeah, I seen that. That was wild. Oh, caught the same trade. Let's go. Let's go. Took buys in Asian. Yeah, the buys look good too in Asian. I did take yeah, the buys looked great. Let me see some here. Would have liked the like this would have been nice here too, but you had this range, right? So it was very difficult to take that buy, right? Especially with no wick too, no closure above. So I was trying to get long, but I wasn't. After I like secured profits on that other trade, I wasn't like really looking too much anymore. I figured, you know, whatever. I took my Asian trade and that was it.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, actually, let me give me a sec. I'll be right back. What do we got? 5 minutes? Give me a sec.
5
I'll be
minutes,
right back.
Setting up. Yep, looking good here, looking good. 4 more minutes. Do we need to close above? I don't know. Let's see how this candle closes. I want to see how this candle closes, and then maybe. Yeah, Nick will make his decision as well. We got a good closure though. I myself, maybe not, because we got multiple clean ranges, you know, to the left. So, but we may get the closure above still. What playbook setup was the trade that in Asian that Nick took? I think that was an inverted celery. Looked like an inverted celery to me.
Fade, brother,
inverted
fade.
Celery. It
Some
was a
sort
fade?
of yeah, some sort of like
Yeah, I
fade.
seen the break of the lows, so I didn't know. It looked like.
Yeah.
So it's a
The
I
fade and the
guess.
inverted celery are very similar. They come at different times and they look a little bit different. So that's the reason I wanted to give them two different names, so that way new people can kind of see the difference, right? But at the end of the day, some of us more experienced traders understand, like, yeah, that was an impulse entry. It was an impulse entry to when targets are being tapped and no wicks are on the like a higher time frame candle that we're going to anticipate. Boom, that's where price is going to move down. So I guess I'd call it a fade, but you could probably call it an inverted celery too, man.
Word. It was just a great move, great read on price.
Yeah, just a good read. But I labeled it as a fade. Missed the trade in Asian, then in London, feeling some FOMO. FOMO, brother, it's Monday. You're good. You know what I mean? The best part about trading is you don't really need every trade, to make a bunch of money. So it's okay. What happens though is like when you get FOMO, then you start forcing trades that you shouldn't be in. So instead of getting FOMO, just understand that you don't have to take every trade in order to make money. And like for instance, like I could feel FOMO right now so bad that I had the opportunity to call that sell for everyone here this morning, but my internet was quaking and the stream went down, and then I could have tried to rush back in and I could have so much FOMO right now. But do you see FOMO on me? Does it really affect the next trade in front of me? No, right? So I'm happy that a few other guys got the trade. That's what's up. You know what I mean? But I'm not upset that I didn't get the trade, because I know there's another trade right around the corner. So yeah, FOMO is not real. I would just ditch that term. Forget you even learned about it. No FOMO, man.
Yeah.
Next best trade. We got a minute left, so I gotta copy some other accounts here. I'm gonna go back to my instant funded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, because these are all hit the consistency rule for the day. So let me just move this over.
The top one.
Yeah, let's clear, and then let's get some straight to funded. Oh, boom. Okay, cool. Alright, we Gucci now. Oh wait, what's this one? Ignite.
Yes, sir, Magnus. That's right, bro. FOMO disappears when the plan is there, bro. That's what I advise to you, bro. You come to the desk and you're like, all right, that move left without me, but I wasn't here. Okay, you plan out the next move. And now instead of doing FOMO, you patiently wait for the next move that you have planned out.
Yep, that's it. That's trading, man.
I feel like no one should jump into a trade unless they planned it out beforehand. So don't even take a trade unless it was planned out.
Yep. Okay, this is actually starting to look pretty good here. So it's 9:30. We got a lot of volume coming in. I might have a buy stop on the break of these highs. You got a nice clean range, 94 pips to potentially move back up here. So let's see how we do. If we continue to reject, I'm going to need a lower wick. But other than that, the buys are starting to look pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good to me. So I'm going to have a buy stop here on gold. Break of the previous candle highs. If we could break that low, which I think we just did, that looks pretty good now. Pretty good. So let's see if we can come up and break the highs. And if we can, I'll be in for these buys here. Yeah, the idea is for this candle during high volume time to come up, reject that zone there, right? Come back up, break the highs, push up to get some volume, and then again we got a huge range here for that 4-hour candle to keep moving up. So just one good trade is all you need. Yeah, that's true. I like the fact that we broke the lows. Very good sign here. So if we re-break that previous high now, it should be golden. What do we got stop loss wise? 70, 75.
Like 100.
100?
100 pips.
75. 75 for me. So I guess
That's
that's
like 100.
pretty good. I mean, again, banking on the volume coming in. I wish this candle had a little wick on top. If it did, maybe we can execute on that one. But other than that, the most logical entry is going to be 40.97 here. Let's suggest me last week of funded 2,000 remaining. Go bigger. Yeah, go bigger. Go bigger. Go bigger on good trades. Flow, brother, flow. You know, you got to develop that flow in the market so you know which trades to go bigger on. You know, trading for me, and it's not some cookie cutter thing. Like I was saying, I think last week or something, where it's like, I don't have like this cookie cutter, you know, size or, you know, stop loss size or TP size, or I just flow. You know, I just, when the right trades show up, I go a little heavier. When, you know, the trades aren't any sort of like special standout type of trades, and I just go regular size, you know, right, like this trade here, I'm gonna go with 2 contracts. It's just a normal regular trade here. But I want to peep this 4 hour, because if we keep pushing down, we'll probably delete. Because price also, again, may be using a different zone here, right? It might be using this zone here. So could we take buys at 945, right? If that, and get a much better entry here. If price doesn't want to use 96, right? Might want to create support at 90 here, which is like a 60 pip range too. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to delete. It's moving too far. Stops are gonna be too big. Let's just wait. Let's just wait here. We got the volume, but we don't really have our cup of tea. Right? Has not been poured yet.
We can still close above though in the next 15 minutes. 30-minute candle still has no top wick here, so.
So yeah, again, this, and we're in there, right? Or this.
Yep.
And we should be good with that. And if we start pushing below, then I'll have to wait for after 10 a.m. to trade, after we get the 4 hour closure, and then we go, you know, go in from there.
Yep. That'll probably be a lot better than what we got right now too.
Yeah, a lot better. Ignite accounts, yeah, I think the Ignite accounts will go away and then they'll come back, just like they did before. They basically track data on all these accounts and how they do and what people do with them, and if they like them, if they sell, if they don't sell, you know. So they're, yeah, it's like the second time they've done that. Okay, Goldie. Here comes that 4 hour low.
Yeah, 25 minutes for a 4 hour closure too.
Yeah, we might have to wait on that. Because look, if we wait on that 4 hour, right, and that candle closes just like this, I mean, I'm gonna get rid of this so you can see exactly where we are on that 4 hour chart too, right? Because if we look left, we're right in that zone now. All right in this overall zone where we would be coming back to retest to potentially keep moving lower. Let's see. Yeah, the Ignite accounts are good. Yeah, they're cheaper than the instant. The targets are a little bit better. So yeah, if you want to spend maybe like a little bit, or invest like a little bit less when you're buying your accounts, but you still want the instant funded model, I think it's fire. Yeah, they're all good. They're all pretty much good. Any instant funded account, if you're doing pretty well in your trading, yeah, they're all pretty much. Hi, Kingman. How are you, brother?
No trades yet, Kingman.
What could I do for you, sir? No, we're not in the. No, we're not. Sorry, buddy. He's like, no.
Kingman. how to copy trade if you have multiple accounts. So to copy trade, right, with Project X, you go into your Project X, you go into your settings on the left side of your screen, and then you go to copy trading, and then you're gonna select the leader account, and then you can select the follow. You know, you're gonna have a bunch of accounts, all your accounts there. Select your leader account, and then once you select that, you can select your followers accounts. Yep. So it's in your settings on Project X.
Right here, I literally just did it. Come over here to this little bar, settings, go to copy trading, and then look, you'll have all your accounts here. But you see how they won't let me copy like instance with ignites? So right there is where you do it. You check which ones you want, and then yeah, they'll be all tied up. Yes. That's, yeah, John. Hi there, Lele. ES? Let's take a look at ES here. Wow, filling that whole range. We never got a closure above. Yeah, that's a bummer because ES looks great. Ranges are amazing here. There he is, right? He's back. Okay. Ready? Say peace. Peace, everyone. Peace.
Too cute.
Man's hilarious. Man loves golf, bro. Loves golf.
Yeah, let's get it. I can see him golfing with us one day.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of golf.
Speak of it, bro.
Yeah, let's not even talk about golf, I guess.
Yeah, bro, it's fine. We don't have to.
What a game, though. Honestly, what a game.
Great game, bro.
Why on the website it still
BS
says 3
though.
max? Top One recently did a promo where they allowed 5. Yeah, I think the promo's still running too, I'm pretty sure. So you can get 5. Did you ever feel demotivated all the time? Oh, all the time, brother. All the time. And that's why that's why I really try and share like the routines, right? It's because it's routine that creates the millionaire, or it's routine that creates the champion, I should say, right? The champion isn't always motivated. You know, successful people and average and not successful people, they feel the same way about things, right? There's times where successful people don't want to do certain things, but the only difference is they do them anyway. I remember one time with Mr. V, he said, I need you to start reading, man. If you're really serious about the goals that you wrote down on that piece of paper and you want to get there by this time and do that, you're going to have to change up your thought process. He goes, the fastest way to do that is start reading. I go, okay, well, I don't really like to read. He goes, where in that last sentence did you hear me say you need to like to read? I just said that you need to read, right? If you want to go to the levels that you wrote down on the paper. So I said, okay, you know, and in that moment I realized that, you know, successful people and unsuccessful people, at times they both don't want to do the work, but the successful individual doesn't make an excuse and he does that work anyway. And what can really help you with that is really developing routine, gang. Morning routines, evening routines, daily non-negotiables, because daily non-negotiables are little things that you're gonna do every day that are gonna help you align with your goal, right? So that means whether you feel like doing them or not, they're non-negotiables, right? So there is no negotiating with those, right? And you know now, if I just do those 3 or 4 things every single day, then that day is a W. Right? I can say, okay, I did what I had to do today, and that's a W. So again, when I don't feel like, or when I'm demotivated, or, you know, feel like lazy and stuff, it's okay. It's a part of being a human, but I'm not, you know, I don't need the motivation, right? Because my routine keeps me in check. So I'm like, man, I really don't want to go to the gym right now. But then it's like, alarm goes off. It goes, Gym time. And you know what I do? I put my shorts on, I lace my kicks up, and I go. Regardless of how I feel, regardless of what I'm thinking, it's already in my calendar. It's on my to-do list, right? And if you stack up a couple of those non-negotiables, right? And they're tied to your vision, right? So that means if you do them, you'll get closer and closer to where you want to be. Then every single day is just a matter of going out and doing them. And then let's say there's 3 or 4 of them, right? When you finish those 3 or 4, my bro, you are going to feel like a champion. You are going to feel like you earned it. And again, you're going to feel worthy of the success that is coming to you because you've done those 3 or 4 daily non-negotiables every single day, right? So you will, again, I always talk about the worth is developed in the work, right? So when you do this, you cannot be denied, right? You cannot be denied. And how many of you guys, especially men, any men out there, you're very ambitious, you know, you got these big dreams and goals, and then like you work really hard all day, whatever that means, your job, the trading, the streams, whatnot. But then when you go home to your fam, you can't sit on the couch and just play with your children. You're like, there's got to be something better I could do. There's got to be something I could do. I could probably study. I could probably go. Let me go to the course. Let me go to the webinar. Let me rewatch the stream. Let me study a couple trades. Right? How many men? How many? Any ambitious men out there that cannot sit on the couch and just enjoy some time with their family because they're just so like locked in on putting together that lifestyle for their family. So let me tell you what happened and how it helped me. When I realized when I was with my fam that I had already done everything that needed to be done that day to live the lifestyle tomorrow that I wanted to live, that gave me some peace, right? So these daily non-negotiables are more important than you think. Not only will they help you get the job done, but they will allow you to be more present in your life, right? Because when you're on it and when you're going for these daily non-negotiables, you're present there, right? But you can't be Jim Rohn said it best. You know, when I'm on the beach, I'm thinking about the office. When I'm in the office, I'm thinking about the beach, right? You don't want to be there. You want to be where your feet are, right? So, and this is life advice, not necessarily trading. But once you've done those 3, 4, 5, you know, a handful of things, right? You make up your own list and they're tied to the lifestyle that you want. You can now go home and actually play with your kids, enjoy conversation with your wife, knowing that you did everything you needed to do that day to be a winner for tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I would say when it comes to motivation. You got to lock in on routine, right? You got to build that routine around your vision, right? Make sure that what you're doing in that routine is getting you closer, not further away from the vision. Dial in a couple 4 or 5 daily non-negotiables that you say, hey, if I do this, and that day equals a W, and then you can be present, you know, in your life and, you know, not have to worry about whether or not you will be successful or whether or not you will get to that vision, because if you do what's required, you will get what's desired. You know, time is your edge at that point, and all you got to do is keep plugging away. Okay, we got a 15 closure here. Yeah?
Just straight money.
That's probably 100 times more important than this 15-minute closure, but we'll take a look at that closure anyway here. So, yeah. So we closed below here. So this is perfect. So as we were using that observation zone up top there, we can now use this as the observation zone. You got a 4-hour candle closing in 15 minutes, right? It wouldn't surprise me if we get a closure that looks like this. Boom, we come up, close like this, and then what I would be open for is buys on the next 4-hour candle, right, at 10 a.m. because what that would do is that'll bring our 4-hour candle down and we will close something like this, right? So as we close like that, the next candle will most likely want to make a top wick. Those will be the buys that I'll be interested in, and then, you know, immediately grab my profits off that trade. Maybe come up and give this candle a top wick. Again, we talked about this type of trade on the webinar this weekend, right? And then once that top wick is in place, right? Basically, once we see this move up on the lower time frame, you get a resistance. Now we can get back to going short, anticipating that the candle's top wick is now in place, and now we could begin to melt down again for the remainder of the afternoon, or I should say for the remainder of this new 10 a.m. 4-hour candle, right, to continue down. So again, I will be open to taking these buys here just because we could anticipate the 4-hour getting that top wick here, right? And then again, if we can't get those, I'm interested in these sells, right, as kind of the structure forms on that candle there.
Both clean.
Both clean moves. Yep. Both will do. Both have high probabilities of winning.
We're gonna pick up right where we left off, I guess, because this is about to be the same trade as Friday.
Literally.
Remember?
Literally.
Anticipating that 4-hour top wick, quick scalp. Yep. Sounds good.
Pretty much.
Being more aggressive with taking profits here. 4-hour top wick.
W job, Mr. Wood. W job. Yeah, you go to sleep. So my mentor would say, you know, Nick, every night you should go out there, and he would say you should earn your pillow. He even did a talk on stage in front of hundreds or thousands of people, and the talk was called "Earn Your Pillow." And he talked about doing they would call them the core habits of what it took to be successful in that business model. And, you know, my mentor taught me 9 core, they were called the 9 core steps. And he said, if you can remain core, meaning if you can do those non-negotiables every day, you know, in the next 2 to 5 years, you will never have to worry about money again in your life. The man never lied, I promise you, right? So he said, earn your pillow. So every night, every day, you know, focus on doing those core steps. Don't focus how you feel or what's going on or what's negative in your life. Focus on the positive. And the fact that you, by doing these core habits, right, will align yourself with your dream, right? And this is what he taught me to do. So that's where I'm trying to teach you guys now. Like, instead of calling it the 9 core steps, I'm just calling it the daily non-negotiables. Something that you can look towards, that you can measure, right? And say, hey, I've done that today. I've done that. A lot of mine was like reading, listening to a good podcast, little audios, doing a couple business presentations that day, connecting with some new people, speaking with my mentor, just certain things, right, that just would help align you with the goal that you had. So yeah, just focus on that stuff, man. A lot of this stuff has really changed my entire life. So
yeah, man.
Yeah. Having to enjoy it. Yeah, how many of you guys hang out with your family at night, but then you're like, I gotta check the markets? It's like, dude, it's like checking the refrigerator. It's like, dude, you just checked it. Oh, no, it's gotta be something else I could do, right? It's like, nah, you've already done it all. Enjoy your family, enjoy life. No need to work all the time. No need to, you know, go about business in that way.
That's facts, bro.
That's for average people. Right? Successful people, they know how to manage their time, and they manage it extremely well. Clinky, what's going on here? My guy got two names on YouTube, on Zoom.
Clinky.
You don't want to hold the long. Yes, exactly. You don't want to hold the long too much. Right, we just want the top wick. Exactly.
Yep.
That was me last night. I get it, brother. I get it. You know that. And then, by the way, I admire the ambition. Right, I admire the dedication. But you know, there's also like I don't want to say balance, because there really is none. You know, if you're expecting to live a balanced life, I mean, you might as well just get a good 9-to-5 job and repeat that for 50, 60 years, right? So anytime you're going after bigger things in life, that you're really not going to find much balance, and that's why you have to find presence, right? And make sure you're being present, make sure you're being still, right? So that way you can understand, right, what's going on around you, instead of being so micromanaged and focused on your business or whatever it is, right? Your life is your business at the end of the day. Life is business, business is life.
That's definitely when you're at the most mental state of peace, is being in the present moment, for sure. And you can also make the best decisions at that point, because you're just focused on the situation in front of you in the present moment, right? So you can make those good present moment decisions too.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it too. Like, anytime you think in the future, don't you get extremely anxious? And anytime you think in the past, don't you get extremely depressed because you can't even change what happened? But in the present moment, you're at the most peace. So it doesn't just make sense to almost commit and dedicate life to the present moment.
Yep. It's funny too, because like you're at these charts thinking about your family. I'm doing this for my family. I'm getting it done, right? But then when you're with your family, you think about the charts. So that's what I'm just trying to help you guys. Just awareness, you know. Takes time. Takes time to do this. You know, there's still times where I'm like sitting there answering a message and I got one of the kids just daddy, daddy, daddy. And I got to realize like, whoa, like let me chuck this phone in the pond in the backyard, right? And give my children some of my time, you know? So again, it's not easy when you're trying to, you know, shuffle all this in life, but it's important, you know? So we always got to bank on that.
You're right, though. It's a mindset thing, though, too, because it's like no matter what, you're always thinking about something else, right? You're always upset about something else. So it's a mindset thing. It's a state of being. Absolutely.
Yeet. Oh, we got snow on the ground. Where's this? Where is this? Who posted that? I seen Isaac got some snow on the ground in Buffalo, but that's I figured you guys would be snowing like a month ago. Wow, yeah. Yeah, Anthony, it's important stuff. And by the way, once you really understand this, then you get it's funny though, then you get better at not only trading but everything you do in life, you know? How you do anything is how you do everything. Oh, Indiana, that was Jay Coop. Yeah, that's right. You guys got snow, huh? Ottawa got snow. Yeah, that makes sense. It was actually a little chilly today. It was like 50, 55 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, so. I'm sorry. TK. TK, how's the weather over there? Do I use pending orders? Yeah, I do. How important is it that we have a closure above that little resistance you have now? It's pretty important because otherwise we may get into a trade and just chop around. You know, after a big move. Look at two really big moves happen. One, right? And then two. So what's the chances we chop around here now? Pretty high if we remain below 40.90, right? We'll do exactly what we did over here and we'll just do it over there. So it's pretty important that we close above. We close below, day might be chalked. Oh, okay, my bad, John. All right, here we go. Can we close above? We got 5 minutes left on the closure here. Oh, 46. That's not bad. Look, I got a cold advisory down here.
Thank God.
We got a cold advisory, dude. It's going to be, wow, look at the highs for tomorrow. Holy. That's crazy. We went from 81 yesterday to now 60s and 50s. Oh, thank God, by Thursday. Yesterday. Yeah, I know, right? Let's go. All my Celsius friends. There you go. 16, 13, 20.
Did you go outside at all today?
Yeah, I did.
Bruh, it was awesome, man. I had to really just sit in it for a while, just be grateful for it.
It was nice, very nice. All right, we're coming back up here now. 4 hour pulling back. Moving bullish again. Ooh. It's getting spooky.
It's looking good. Look at that 30-minute no top wick there.
I know.
Still, it's coming for it.
Oh, damn. 58 cold advisory. We're spoiled out here, man. Florida, man.
Jay Coop, right, man? It's crazy. I like it like this, honestly, too. Nick's right, bro. You know, you think you want the cold, but once you get some of it, you're like, I want that hot
you're like, nah, I think the heat will be a little bit better.
Yeah, Yeah, bro. It's perfect the way we got it. You know, this week will be cold, and then maybe a little bit next month, and then we should be back to, 80-degree days.
Yeah. It'd be a little chilly. It'd be a little chilly. Not too bad though. Not too bad. It's nice. Makes for
Even
nice,
these days, though.
nice breathing air. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
for
we're
sure.
good. Next week we're back up in the 80s. All right.
Damn,
So
alrighty.
so basically we have winter coming in, and this is our winter. Basically this week. So after this week we should be right back to
This
spring. Right back to spring.
Uh,
Yo. That's crazy.
yeah, our winter
Wow.
is just a week.
Here we go. Look at this. That 4 hour is probably going to close bullish here too.
Changes everything.
30-minute inverted seller. You already know what time it is.
Yup. And 1 hour candle rejecting support. Probably gonna close bearish with a rejection wick to the downside.
Just takes patience. Trump
We
speaking
were talking
even
about
better.
this
Let's
pre-New
go.
York chat.
What?
We were
Oh,
talking
this
about
move?
how like, yo, like this is the move we want, right? We gotta wait on it now. Whenever, and we gotta wait on price action to fit our means and our needs here.
Where's Trump
So it's the
speaking?
patience we're talking about.
How come I didn't see that?
See what?
Trump speaking? I know we got the Fed doing meetings. I didn't see anything about Trump.
What's up with tomorrow? We got some bank holidays.
Yeah, tomorrow we got a bank holiday. Bank holiday. So we might just run like we're gonna run Asian tonight, London. We might just run like a small like a small New York session, maybe no pre-New York tomorrow, and just run a small New York session from like 8 to 9, 8 to 10 maybe in the clubhouse. So other than that, you got a US bank holiday here, so maybe no stream tomorrow on YouTube. Yeah, I'll let you know. What holiday is this?
It's a good question.
Let me check my handy dandy iPhone. Veterans Day.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Veterans Day. Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans out there.
facts, bro. Big shout out.
Big W.
Thank you for your service.
Big W. We'll definitely be in the clubhouse for sure. For sure. Let me see ES here too while we wait. Wow, gone. Filled the whole range. One candle. See ya. Wow. No closures on the 15 at all either. Wow. Okay, Goldie, here we go. 10 seconds, gang. So, yeah, possibly if we can get a lower wick here, I'm going to have a buy stop on the break of these highs here on this 30-minute candle.
Facts. 30 minutes looks clean.
Really want to see a bit of a lower wick first.
Dude.
New 4-hour candle here as well. What the hecky? What happened here on the 15? Where'd the other 15-minute candle go?
Oh snap!
What?
All right, no. I guess there's no more support.
What the hecky?
Damn.
Ah, this might run here.
Good.
This may run. Need a bottom wick though. Can we get a lower wick? Possibly not. Doesn't have a candle? I know. I see that. Where's the other 15-minute candle, dude?
You alright, bro? that the market saying just call it? No. I'm just
Interesting, interesting. All right, well, I want to see a lower wick here. Otherwise, what? Now the 30-minute candle's gone. I'm deleting that
Bro,
before
what?
it
The
freezes
30-minute
on me.
candle's gone now? Bro, what are they just robbing candles from us?
Where did the previous 30-minute candle go? Anyone know?
They just like throw it ahead or something.
The 4-hour ended up closing bullish here too. So yeah, let's hang tight.
Nasty 4-hour closure. Awesome.
Yeah. Look at the top. Where is it? Oh my God! There it is. There it is.
Wait, what?
What's it doing up there, gang?
What, bro? What the hell? What the hell?
I'd just be slightly careful here. You stole it? Yo, who put the last 30-minute candle way up there? Anyone?
Right?
That's crazy.
Why'd you put it up there?
Baron shorted. Baron took a quick short at the last second of that 15-minute candle there. Yeah, right? We should have been paying attention to that level. Yeah, 41.55. That's right. Damn, that's crazy. All right, well, the thing is, too, that our 4-hour candle also closed bullish, right? So we didn't actually close bearish. We got no bottom wick on the candle just yet. So the longs aren't actually as good as we anticipated them, right? Because, again, if that 4-hour candle now has closed bullish, right, and there's no bottom wick here now, this may start come crashing down for a 4-hour fade. Start breaking through those lows, but the only way I could really enter the buy is if we get somewhat of a lower wick here. Maybe it's yeah, it could be. Your 4 hours through the roof, really? I don't see that on mine. Let's check Top Step.
Yeah, strange.
No, I don't see it.
Strange things are happening today.
Let's hit a little refresh. No, still up there. Hey, how are you? Everyone give that 15-minute, 30-minute candle a big hey, how are you up there? Why don't you, huh? Is it only Project X? Gotcha.
Is it just GC? I think so. MGC
I heard
straight
ES too? Not ES. Look. Oh, MGC.
Yeah, my trade ovate is good.
Yeah, trade ovate's good. GC, ES, NQ. Yeah, we all got some weird. Let's check US 30. Yeah, US 30 as well. What are they doing over there in that Fed meeting?
Word OGH, maybe this is another similar situation from that last time where we get new combines and XFAs.
Hey, we'll take that. Hey, I know you
Give
blew
me a couple XFAs this time.
I know you guys blew 14 XFAs last month. Yeah, we're just gonna give them back to you. Say less.
Appreciate it.
They're coming for the 3% traders. Oh no. It probably has a lower wick. It's just invisible. Yeah, it got a lower wick. It's just invisible. Yeah, it's a project. Yeah, it's definitely a Project X issue.
Slim to help.
Let me open up my trading view here. Yeah, there's no issues on trade ovate. Either way, this ain't our position anyway here. That 15 has no bottom wick too, so this is what it really looks like. Right here. 15-minute candle, new 15-minute, 30 was good. I like the 30, but again, new 4-hour candle. We want to see a little wick there. 1 hour.
Yeah, I was gonna base that off the 30.
So 15-minute, unfortunately, you know, still doesn't even look that good here. Your previous 15's gone? Yeah, mine too. Mine's all the way up here. Wait, where'd it go? All the way up here at 41.53.
Wait, what? How's that even happen? I've never seen that happen ever in my life.
You're in the buys? All right, brother. Best of luck. Best of luck. MT5 is good? Yeet. Yeah, I like the
It's so
buys.
small too.
They look good. Bottom wicks? Yeah, bottom wicks are very important because if you have no bottom wick, you really have no. So we use the wicks as for stop losses, TPs, things like that, right? So if you're moving up here, and right now in this situation, or let me just go. Hold on, this chart doesn't. Let me bring up my Trade08 chart. So let's say like on a 30-minute time frame, right? We want to see us get a bottom wick here because the idea would be if we're going to break the highs here and get in, we don't really want to keep our stop loss way down there and our TP like that. We would really like to see somewhat of a lower wick here, right? So we can say, okay, the 4-hour candle now has a lower wick, plus we can use that lower wick as our stop loss, right? And then be able to kind of have a much better trade in front of us, because if we make a low and break the high, it most likely won't come back down to break its own low. It's very similar to like a trend, how markets trend. You guys hear about, oh, this is an uptrend, right, and a downtrend and whatnot. So the candles do the same exact thing. They trend as well, right? They kind of move up, they do this, they make lows, they make highs, right, in their own way. So what happens is even though you don't see a trend here, the candlesticks are trending because you have a high. Let me make it yellow, right? You have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a high, right? So you see how we're starting to trend. So what happens is typically is next candle is going to make a low, right? And make maybe a high. And then just like a normal trend, right, in the market, where once you break structure, aka that low there, right, you will tend to most likely create new structure, right, and go in the opposite way, either for a pullback, right, or just a reversal. So the same deal goes for the candlesticks, right? If all of a sudden now you get a candle that breaks the low, right, and now comes back up and leaves a wick, now you know, okay, this is a new low, this is a high, this is a new high or a lower high, right? And now we're going to come down, make a lower low, right? And now we're going to start trending on a bearish scale, right? So that's how we use the wicks. We also use them for entries, exits, stop losses, pretty much everything. Yeah, wicks don't lie. The good old term, wicks don't lie. So that's why we wait for wicks, so that way we have a valid stop loss in this situation here that we can trust in, as we trust that price is going to keep moving up. Plus wicks also represent ranges, right? So as you can see, like this candle is going to fill the wick, right? So if, let's say this candle closes like this, boom, right? The next candle will most likely fill the wick, right? AKA fill the range. So we use them all the time, all the time. Very, very important. All right, gold. That looks pretty good. A little standalone candle.
Right. I mean,
you don't see that too often.
Looks good. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Nah, that's just not something you see every day.
You really don't, bro. Nah, her side, I did not take the trade. Definitely not. No lower wick there.
All right, so let's see what's gonna happen here. We'll probably hang till like 10:30, and if nothing, if we don't get anything, then we let Monday be Monday.
What are you thinking now? Maybe like 15-minute resistance?
Yeah, so now the thing is here, right? Like, will that 4 hour come back for a lower wick? Now, if you put it together, right? So let's fresh top down analysis, right? So if we put this together now, so 4 hours has been moving up, right? Moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. We come right into this range now. So let's draw a little zone there so we can get a visual on it, right? So we got this range here. Come straight into that range, right? You have, let me just make it, there we go, perfect. Okay, so we have a high volume candle, and then you have a very low volume candle, right? Almost like a dud here, right at support or right at previous range, right? Following the dud is a big rejection candle, right? That pretty much rejected the gap. You see this? This is a gap in the market. So we went straight into the gap, rejected out of it, and now this current 4 hour candle is moving up in the first 12 minutes with no bottom wick, right? So could we potentially anticipate this 4 hour candle being the one that starts the pullback, right? So you have a top wick here. We fail to break the highs. We come back now down below that range there, right? And the 4 hour candle ends up closing bearish back below the range, probably coming back down into these levels to retest, you know, before like the next day, right? So maybe, you know, that could be something that can happen. Again, the story lines up with that, so we'll have to see. You know, we'll have to see. If price wants to keep moving up today, I just let it move up, because I'm not gonna take a buy with no bottom wick on the 4 hour candle. So I'm anticipating that maybe we can get this 4 hour candle to reject and then start flipping bearish, and then try and find some sort of opportunities here, right, on the lower time frame. So we'll see. We'll see. Price action is not the greatest below us here, so we'll see what happens. Wicks don't lie, baby. Huh?
Still no lower wicks on any of the candles.
Yeah. We also got a 1 hour candle respecting the previous 1 hour candle highs here. Let's take a look at that 30. Respected the previous 30 as well.
Yeah, but if we don't get it, then that's fine. We walk out the door today losing no money and
5 G's richer than we were on Friday.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm up 2,500 over here. Over here on these accounts. I'm also up yeah. Almost 4,000 too over there. So I'm pretty much chilling. I don't need to force a trade. So whatever comes to us, comes to us.
I'm still even today, bro.
All right, Johnny Jens is gonna stick around all afternoon.
Nah, bro. I'm still even today, and I'm thinking of calling it here if I don't get this closure in like an hour.
Yeah, nah, what a day. What a day so far. Asian really delivered last night, man.
Yeah. I'll be trading Asian and London tonight, so I mean,
yeah, you chill.
There's so much opportunities today.
Plenty of time.
I'm definitely not gonna cry about no trade here.
Damn, I got the stream deck, gang, but I gotta get a new cord because Kingston lost I shouldn't even blame it on Kingston. I happened to misplace the cord because I wasn't properly organized and keeping a lookout on it. And of course, when a little baby comes around and they see something, they're gonna take it and play with it. So that's my bad. That's my bad. I should have kept tabs on it better.
Thanks, bro.
Imagine me, grown man, blaming son on a child. Imagine that. Wow. Yeah, people be doing that all the time.
That's some childish stuff right there.
Hey, imagine letting a baby get you angry.
Imagine letting a child make you childish.
I'm done. Whoa. Imagine letting a child make you childish.
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
A lot of people do that, actually.
Hey, what we got here? Hey, oh, okay.
Looks stacked with protein.
Looks stacked. That's a healthy bowl right there.
Look at that butter too, bro. Damn.
No, that's cheese.
Savage. Oh,
Cheese. Rice,
that's right.
cheese, avocado, and jalapenos. I don't know. I don't eat those. But peppers, jalapeno. Something's there.
Yo, yo, what up, Mugs? Nice, bro. Hell yeah, it sounds like a plan, bro. I'd probably do the same. Chill with the fam, bro. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Yes. You gotta be a child though. Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. You gotta have that childlike faith, right? You can't grow up, but you can't, be childish. Yeah. Got it. Got it.
Yo, Mugs, how'd you and the fam like Disney, bro? Any any like favorite rides or something? Favorite
Disney,
part?
eh? I've never been to Disney.
Disney's pretty cool, bro.
Oh, this is a chili. Right?
You definitely,
Is that a chili? Yeah, that's a chili. Yeah. Some rice.
Yo, word, Mugs, bro. I easily get like 20K steps, bro. Anytime I'm at Disney, 20K steps. Probably even more, bro. What was that? Banana pepper or something?
Banana pepper.
I remember that. Yeah, it's crazy. From Mountain View Deli.
What's one thing you wish someone told you when you first started trading? Something that I try and tell all the traders here is to understand what stage you're in. Are you in the earning or the learning? Most likely if you don't know which one it is, you're still in the learning, my friend. So I would say if someone really kind of worked with me a little bit and said, listen, dude, you're not going to be able to come in here and just make a whole bunch of money like you're Tarzan, right? You got to come in, you got to go through that learning phase, and the quicker you can go through that learning phase with a student mindset and not a mindset of wanting to get money and trying to get rich and trying to make all this money so fast, but the ability to sit tight and learn how to make the money, I think I would have had a much smoother transition and probably would have been profitable in half the time that it took me to get profitable. So that probably could have helped me get profitable within like my first, definitely within my first year. And then, probably could have been pretty smooth after that. But instead, it took me 3 years, to get all that stuff through my head and whatnot. So that's why I try and tell you guys, look, focus on, if you're in the learning stage, truly focused on learning, get all the money out of the way and focused on performance, right? Performance over profits. And then if you just focus on performance over profits for long enough, you'll begin to perform well enough to that the profits follow, right? So it's that simple. I really wish I could have wrapped my head around that early, but again, we're all different. We're all different. I wanted to go, and I thought I had to get it done right then and there, right? But I didn't. It took me 3 years anyway, so should have really dedicated that learning phase right off the rip, and I think it would have been better. Good question, Green. Atta boy. Good question.
Damn, Green. What's up, Green?
Every kid ride at Disney was extra creepy, and it has a dark story. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, bro, did you see any secret tunnels anywhere? Maybe a couple.
What about ES? ES is no better than gold right now. Look at that 15-minute candle. Hang it down. Give it a big how are you up there, right? Give it a big hello. You tell me what about ES. I got nothing here, man. I got nothing. I got no mind-blowing advice for ES here right now. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the previous 15-minute candle. What the heck is it doing up there?
It looks bigger now.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
Richard. Facts, bro.
How do you focus on performance? One needs a way to measure progress. Do you mean measure results on demo? Not really. Not really. Like, so what I would say is the best thing you can do is buy like a cheap funded account. All right, cheap funded. 25K will do, as cheap as possible. And then what you need is you got to have this folder, and it's going to start as an empty folder, and the title of that folder is going to be called data, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to try and, so let's say you're here, right? So I'm going to talk about the playbook that we trade. So let's say you're trying to understand the playbook, right? And you want to become profitable using it. Playbook, right? Well, you're not going to be able to do that right away. So there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to make some mistakes on, a lot of details and nuances that you're going to learn over time. So what you want to do is you want to start taking playbook setups, right? And then sending them in for review, right? Sending them in for one of us to look at them or something like that, or just looking at them after the fact, right? And then you want to look at these and you want to say, are these playbook positions, yes or no? You're going to find out in the beginning that not all of them are, right? So maybe that one isn't, maybe that one wasn't as good, not that one, right? So the first and foremost is you got to get rid of those trades with the yellow slashes, because what you're going to do is you're going to mess up the data, right? And you don't want to mess up the data in a business that you're looking to build, that you want to provide for your family. So once you understand that how to stick to the playbook, right, now you're going to need some chart time understanding the details and the nuances to it. So you're going to go ahead. There's going to be times where like prices ranging, right, ranging, and you got a range here, and you're going to take a breakout. You can say, hey, any candle that closed outside the range, just take the buy, right? And that candle's going to close up here, and you know, you're going to get in the buy, and all of a sudden price is going to run down and stop you out. And then you're going to learn about the overextended breakout, and you're not going to do that again. You're going to learn how to wait for the right opportunity to take the buy. You know what I mean? So you're going to start learning as you collect this data, and your first 100 trades are going to teach you a whole lot. Right? You're going to do a lot of mess ups, mistakes. You're going to learn about the details, the nuances. You're going to collect that data. And what you're going to realize is you're going to get some sort of probability, right? That's going to be attached to it. So you're going to start to understand, okay, if I stick to the playbook, this is the data I should be able to get. And let's say that first year or that first 100 trades, you did like 60-40, right? 60 wins, like 40 losses, 60% win rate. So what's going to happen is now you're going to open up another folder, right? And in that other folder, you're also going to label that data, right? And as this data shows up, again, you're focused on performance. So the money isn't a question, right? The money is over here. We're going to get to that when the data and the performance gets to where it needs to be. Until then, you're just learning. Right? It's like being in college or being in university. You got to go 4 years before you can get the degree, right? So why worry about your degree and obsess over it in year 1 or 2 when you know it's going to take a little while to get it, right? So you're going to learn a ton here, right? And over this 100 trades, you're probably going to learn almost everything you need to increase your win rate and become better at trading this overall playbook, right? Now you've got 100 reps. You've seen things play out 100 times. You have recorded tracked data to build confidence. And now you go again, right? In this next 100 trades, right? On this 100, you focus purely on the playbook, purely on the performance. And then this next 100 trades, man, this is where the money's made, right? But if you don't go through that learning phase and focus on that performance over the course of like 50 to 100 trades, you learn the details, you learn the nuances, you learn about the overextended breakouts, you learn about the candles with no wick, the little things, right, that we kind of teach about here. Over that 100 trades, right? You're going to have most of that dialed in, squared away, and now your performance on this next 100 should be the performance that gets you the big dollars, right? So will you make money on the first 100? Probably, right? The playbook is set up to keep you profitable, and even messing it up at times, you could still make money. But I'm telling you, that second set of 100 trades is where the money is made, right? You guys heard me say the other day, or not the other day, 8 months ago, it's multiplication time. It's no longer adding and subtracting, right? So if you're willing to go through this, your profits, they won't be adding and subtracting anymore. They'll be multiplying, right? Because you have the skill set now and the confidence in the data. So at that point, you know, you'd be somewhere, probably increased your win rate, right, to like 75%, maybe even 80% win rate. You trust the playbook because you have all the reps in, and now you can purely trade probabilities, and that's when you make money, because probability is what makes the money here. We don't know. Remember, no one knows whether a trade's going to win or lose before putting that trade on. What do we know? The only thing we know is the data. The only thing we know is the probability of it working, right? So the only thing we can bank on is if we like this trade and it's a playbook setup, we don't know if we break that low, we might get stopped out, we might hit TP. We don't know, right? Until that trade is put on, and then we get an outcome. So if you don't know what's going to be, are you willing to take that trade? Probably not, right? But if you understand probabilities, then you're more likely to take the trade, because again, none of us know. So people ask me, yo, Nick, how do you know that a trade that you take is going to win? I don't. I have no idea. As confident as I seem, as many times as you've seen me do this, as many trades as I've taken, at the end of the day, like the next trade I call, gang, I don't know if it's going to be a winner or a loser. That's why we use risk. We have stop losses, and we can only trade the data, only trade the probability. So focus here on learning, right? So that way you don't have to waste years and years of switching playbooks, switching strategies, switching mentors, switching streams, changing up your trading plan or whatever you call it, right? The rules, right? Go through this stage knowing you're not making money here, right? You might surprise yourself and make money, which a lot of people do. But understand that this is the process that it takes to make the money, and then you can come down here and start earning it. Cool. My bad. Sorry about the lecture. Sorry about the lecture.
Very well said. 30 closure coming up.
30 closure. Look like we're gonna close with no top wick too.
What are you on, ES?
Oh, my bad. Let me get out of here. Let me erase the chalkboard here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get all this off. Yeah, man. Again, most people are not willing to do this. Actually, that's the number that won't do it. So will you do it? Will you come join us over here on 3% Club? See how we're sitting higher? They look up to us. They look up at us, right? Because again, one of the coolest things I noticed and picked up from Don and Raja was the fact that they were trading probability, that they did not care about any result of any trade. They were disciplined. They were patient. They executed when they needed to, and that was something I truly admired, right? So that was something I wanted to get to in my own trading career, and that's what I'm trying to help you guys do. Okay. How you doing? Wow. So, okay, cool. So let's take a look here. The fade option isn't that bad. It's really not. We have no bottom wick on the 4 hour. We have no bottom wick on the 1 hour, 30 minute, or any of that. So let's see if we can come up, re-break the highs, give a nice little attempt to fill the wick, and then that'll give us a decent stop loss, right? And then we can maybe take a sell on the break of the low. We want that high here because the last thing we want to do is be patient all Monday and then have this candle break its own low, right? Respect the previous low and then keep moving bullish on us here. So
yeah, facts.
Let's look left.
For 30 minute.
Let's look left a little too to get right. Yeah, and worst case, we wait on this closure, you know, because we really want to see a closure back below 96 anyway. I love how 96 continues to come up here, right? Continues to show up. So just wait on it. You know, we haven't broke the lows there or anything yet. So really want to see a break of the highs. And then after we break this high, we have no business of coming down and breaking that low, right? We should just move up from there. We shouldn't break the high and then come down and, you know, just hit that low. So let's see. We got a lot of buyers sitting right here, ready to go. Okay, Goldie. There we go. We got about 50 pips. 50 pips we're looking at here. Okay, I think that should be good. Yeah, gonna have a sell stop now on the break of that previous candle low. Previous candle low. Let me get this. All right, let's see if we can get the move down here. Stops are gonna be current candle highs right up there at the highs there. Let me just move this. Boom. Cool. All right, there it is. There it is. And yeah, re-break of the low should be good for partials. I'll go break even here as well. And that's it.
Should come right for that 4-hour no lower wick.
Chilling. Partials have been closed. Break even is hit. And that's that. W. Let's see if we can get down to this range right here. Yeah, right there. Exact trade from Friday. All right, I closed partials here though. I moved stops to break even. If we get hit at break even, it's fine. We got I think roughly around 20. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Break even for me. Move quick.
Facts, bro.
Lovely. Did we get the 4-hour low though? Not yet. Yeah, if you guys are still holding, not bad. We should be able to come down and get that low here. It shouldn't be a problem. But damn, that happened quicker than I expected it to.
It really did, bro. Tried to send on my other account, couldn't.
That was quick. We should be good. We should come down into 89 here. Yeah, close full on top step as well. Slip 13 pips on forex. My goodness, man. Sheesh. Let's go. We got 1,000, 1,100 on top step here times 4. So she over
Nice,
4,
bro.
almost 4,500 bucks.
Lovely.
That was quick. That was quick. I think you have more opportunities here if we get a closure. If we get a closure, you got more opportunities to come down for sure. But it's going to be 10 minutes, so I might still be open to that. We'll see. Yeah, I think we should be good, though, to run down into 90 here. Top step, I didn't make all of that on the trade. Yeah, I didn't make all that on this. I think I made like $300 on this trade. I already had 800 bucks. I was already up.
Just
All
close
right.
full, bro. W.
Perfect. Yeah, good job. Yeah, I would close, at least close more partials here if you haven't closed yet. And that is the trade. Lovely, lovely. It was a quick one, but if you took it, spam a
Margarita,
W. If you got some money with us today. I know it was quick. But it happens like that sometimes.
That was a fire trade.
That was money. Lovely. So did we get our 4-hour low? I think we might have got it there.
Yes, we did. because that's where my TP was at.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We should continue down here now.
We'll give it 5.
Let's see if we could re-break the 4-hour low. This should be where we anticipate that fake out we talked about.
Yeah, you had a great correlation there, in my opinion. You know, 30-minute, 15-minute inverted celery. The 30-minute re-broke its low after re-breaking the high. The 1 hour was bearish with the wick to fill, and the 4 hour no lower wick.
Exactly, exactly. So you see why we needed the break of that high there? Because we needed that to activate the buyers, right? Does that make sense? We needed that flip up, that break of the high, because what that did was that there's a lot of buyers sitting right there, right, with their stop loss just like, why is that so, right, with their stop losses sitting below the lows here, somewhere back in the range. Let me just get rid of this one, right? And they're looking to, you know, move up. So they get activated right there, and then price starts crashing down, and then that 4 hour comes down for the lower wick, right? So 1 hour also, again, we talked about the 1 hour respecting the highs there, 30-minute respecting the highs, 15-minute way up here in left field doing God knows what, but you know, it was still perfectly fine here. It made sense on the 15. I think we got a good entry. Yeah, I think
we got
we're
the best entry of the day, I think.
Yep. So yeah, that was it. Anyone have questions? Questions on the trade? Anyone?
Happened
Didn't even
super
see
quick,
it. What? Yeah, that was quick. That was a quick move.
Didn't catch it on TradeOvate, but it's all good.
Yeah, me neither. I just got a top step. I almost missed it, dude. Almost missed it.
Same,
actually.
bro. I know. I'm like, bro, this guy's talking.
Shut up.
I'm like, bro, 30 closure.
I'm over here talking about
You're spitting gems though.
Whatever
like,
we were talking about.
I'm like, that stuff's more important anyways than the trade, but
all right, W. So we pushed down into full target. That was roughly about 48 pips. So I think I seen someone asking for a coupon in the clubhouse. There it is, my friend. You can use that a little bit later. Take the profit from those 48 pips and get yourself involved in the clubhouse, and let's level up. Let's level it up. All right, what time do we trade Asian in London? The clubhouse schedule is in the Discord. It's right here. It's the schedule there. So London starts at 1:30 a.m. Eastern, and Asian starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to Asian session now.
Getting slipped on forex, man. I'm telling y'all. Enough with the forex. If you can move to futures, do it. If not, then you know it's just one of those things you got to deal with. And forex, that's why I moved to futures. It really is annoying. It's probably the most annoying part about trading forex, especially trading this style too, because you know 15 pips. I mean that's half the trade. You know, so it's very difficult. Very difficult. Can you trade futures at all?
For real, bro.
Jamaica. Oh yeah, Jamaica. Yeah, I'll have to see what we can do, man. I'll have to see what we could do about Jamaica. That was quick. Yeah, it was. Why are we missing a candle? I don't know. I don't know. After the slip, you close right away. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, sometimes you got to do that. It really is a bummer. It's very annoying when you're trading on those.
Yeah, right? Because didn't it like break through it pretty quick? Is that where you got the slippage from? Just like the entry? Like break the push through the entry?
We're live, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at the TT live stream.
It's true. Because it looked like it when I was setting up my TradeOvate account.
Yeah, look. It just, boom, pushed straight through. Almost didn't have Look, I almost missed it.
Wow, bro. That's it. Damn, good thing you
I
took
know.
your
Good thing
hand
I
off
let
it,
go.
bro. That's why you gotta like it's
Boom.
crazy.
Yeah. So you
Okay,
see
yeah.
right there with
So
that
forex got
push,
screwed.
look how I got no slippage. Nothing, right? Not even a pip. So that's the big difference, you know, like if you're trading forex, you're in like probably here. Yeah, I got tired
Yeah,
of it. I'm
definitely,
like,
bro.
I can't do this no more.
Then I'm like, damn, bro.
And then you're talking about taking profit somewhere in here, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, ugh. Yeah, it used to happen to us all the time. Am I still trading with Tora? Yeah, I am. But again, I haven't been taking my trades on it because I hate this. It's so annoying. Like I thought I was gonna be okay with it, and I was, but just like the more and more it happens. I mean, it happens on every single trade, you know. So it's tough. You know, you get slipped, then you get spread, and you know between the two, you're looking at like 20 pips just gone, right? So yeah, I mean, I like trading on Trade Locker, but I just don't like the forex style. Yeah, it's just too much for my
Yeah,
liking.
how'd you guys do? Those of you trading on Trade08, like how was
Trade
everything there?
Yeah, I think that should have
Everyone
been
should be
good.
good, right? Someone who took that off Trade08, let me know.
Please, yeah, move to futures, brother. I'm telling you. Come on over. You have to do nothing differently. Like I always thought, a friend of mine was like, "Bro, you should get into futures. You should get into futures." And I always thought like, if I got into futures, I was gonna have to do some like weird type of trading that I wasn't used to. But it's literally the same thing.
Yeah, literally is. It's all price action, you know. I myself love futures. I'll never go back. I always
Yeah,
trade
me neither.
futures, and I haven't talked to any traders. Like every trader I've talked to has told me the same exact thing. And I'm talking about traders who were trading forex but are now trading futures, right? All of them have said the same thing, that futures is way better, and they'll never go back.
Yep, pretty much. So look at that trade, very similar to Friday's trade. See Friday's trade? Oh, I'm sorry, this was last night's trade. No, let me go to Friday's trade one second. Same trade as last night, man. Literally, look at that. Same exact trade, pretty much.
Yeah, crazy.
Little fade ski. Anyone need a haircut today?
Fire, bro. Yo, look at that. 4-hour lower wick back up.
Yup, 4-hour low, and now we go back up. How you doing?
How you doing, bro? Sturdy with it.
Okay, let's do this. I think we're gonna have to put some green on the board here, Johnny Gems.
It's already
Another
on,
one.
bro. It's already on the board.
Another one. Friday.
What'd you get on that? Nice, bro. Add to the freaking pile.
Oh wait, wait, which one?
None. I said add to the pile, bro.
Yeah, I took basically I got all accounts. I got 200 times 5 on instant fundeds. I got 530 times 5 on Ignite instant fundeds. So whatever that is, and then a little over 4,000 here, $4,400 on Top Step today.
Damn, bro.
So it's a good day. It's a
Should
good
be
day.
a good day. Better be a good
Let's
day.
put it this way: it was days that at one point in my trading journey I prayed for. I was just hoping
Beautiful,
and
bro.
looking forward to the future of days like this.
Yeah, bro. I'm so happy for you, bro. For real.
Appreciate that, man. Johnny Gem's seen it all. He's seen when I was down to the last 500 and blew accounts and had to borrow 500 and all that. So I'm scared to take a buy here now.
Dude, I'm scared to
This is
trade
lethal.
the rest of the day.
Top Step or top one all day. All day. Especially if you're going to go instant funded. Top Step doesn't have the instant funded, so I like top one Top one futures. If you're gonna go with a combine, maybe go with Top Step. But if you're gonna go with instant and you want to do the instant route, top one all day.
Yeah, that's what's fire about top one. They got the instant funded account, so you know you could skip all that combine stuff and get right to it.
Yes, sir.
For a good price too.
Yep. For the best price,
more.
Use our code. I think you get like I forget what you get off if you don't use the code, but if you do use our code, which is TTE, I don't know, you get the most you could possibly get off, which I think right now is 55%. 55. Yeah, off all instant funded accounts. Yeah, 55, right? I don't even be knowing, honestly.
Me neither.
What is the best account on top one? I would probably go with a 50K instant funded account, and then use our secret strategy to get the 2250. So if you notice here, a lot of the traders in the clubhouse, you'll see on their oh, who's this, my friend? Okay, hey, let's go. Not much, but yeah, hey, like, look, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Let's go, AB Mike. Well, 1328. But anyways, you'll notice a lot of our traders, they walk away with 2250, right? So I just took 2250 times 5 accounts. So they add up, especially when you copy them. 2250, right? You'll keep seeing that 2250 because we have a little bit of a strategy in order to like easily lock in profits on a 50K account. So if you can run that and, you know, be nice with that system, then yeah, you can see all the 2250s here. So, and then again, you can multiply that times 5, right? 2250, 2250, 13. That's the number to focus on. So we know that if you could hit 3,000 and follow the rules, you could take 2250. Look at my man Rich. Just two months in the clubhouse, dude. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, bro, my guy made 7 G's in 2 months.
We ain't ever seen this quick amount of growth in any community ever, bro.
Yeah, 2250.
Like
2250.
Starts getting these payouts within a month or two of joining their community. Like, come on, bro. For
real. We have a very simple approach. Very, very simple approach. But you guys get the point, right? 2250s all around, and you know you got some 5400s and some 10,000s and some 20,000s and
become a big dog.
But I want to more so share with you guys, you know, the easy 2250 that you should focus on in the beginning.
And if you can do it on one account, you can do it on multiple accounts, right? So always having that mindset.
Facts. And you really only need, wow, look at our cells just melting here. Great call here, boys.
Yeah.
Solid 1 hour. Perfect. Lovely. Yeah, so that's what I would focus on. Yeah, lock in, come in the clubhouse too. Like, seriously, if you guys want to build momentum going into the new year, I mean, that's what we're doing here, right? So lock in, focus on that 2250, right? That $3,000. You're gonna, by the way, Q, stop playing with this man.
Bro,
yo,
Q.
I don't even think I've seen that, Q. Sheesh.
Let's get it, Q.
So Q's an elite member, amazing guy, very, very pleasure to work with him. And, you know, again, just like a lot of traders struggling, hires me for some mentorship. We start working through our mentorship for a couple months. I think 2 months ago, Q, there was no payouts right on the board at all. And then we had a nice conversation. We talked about these payouts. I find it funny, Q, how we went from, and I set up the elite mentorship in a way where this transition is perfect, right? Where we focus very quickly on learning, right? And then Q, what did we do? What did we do after this? When I felt like this was good in place, what type of goals did we set after that? I don't even know if Q's here today. But what we did is we set money goals, right? Because once he did the learning, I already knew it was time for him to do the earning, right? So within this, I don't know, man, last 2 months or so, Q, maybe? $6,700 in profit. I'm so proud of this dude. You have no idea. No idea.
Fast, bro.
And guess what? This all started off with a... Remind me what it was, Q? What was the first payout? Because I always tell these guys, look, whether or not you need a payout or not, right? Even if it's just a couple $100, take the payout, right? Take that payout so you can just get into the hang of it, right? So you can receive it, make it real, and then usually after you take the first payout, big or small, the momentum begins, right? And the snowball effect starts to come into place. Yeah, shout out to Q, man.
Shout out Q, bro.
580. There it is. He said 4,500, and they said, oh, yeah, no, 580. Yeah, you almost forgot about that one, right? But that was the one. That was the one, Q, that, boom, strike the domino, right? And started the whole effect there. So congratulations, brother. Lovely job. It's amazing. I didn't even see that there.
Yeah. Congrats, Q. You the man, bro.
Facts. So, yeah, you guys get the point. You know, I'm not going to belabor, just
took
keep
one
showing
payout, and now the payouts haven't been stopping for the man, bro. And
Facts.
he didn't even need the payout. He
I
didn't
can
even need
say-
the one payout. He took it out, but the power of taking it out, bro, made more come.
Yeah. I could say the same thing about Wayne and about a lot of you guys, man. Just absolutely crushing.
It's Wayne's world, bro.
And that's what I talked about in the podcast that we did on ASFX with Austin Silver. I mentioned, look, a lot of traders, here's what a lot of traders will do. They'll have a pending payout for $1,000, right? That they can take, but they go, no, I need $10,000, right? I need right? So as they wait on this 10,000, right? Trader A, Trader B is over here taking 1,000 10 times, right? So within 10, 15 weeks, this trader here has made an accumulative of $10,000, while homie over here has been up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, blow the account, come back, go up 1,000, 2,000, blow the account, shooting for this big number, $10,000, that they think is so much. Meanwhile, trader B, with consistency, right, and steadfastness, is just mowing along, taking those little $1,000 payouts, right? Next thing you know, 10 weeks later, 15 weeks later, the guy's up 10 grand. And this guy is still trying to figure out why he can't seem to get a payout. You're greedy. That's what it is, right? You don't understand the game. So if you guys are in this situation, if you are trader A right now, consider this. Even if you are making really good money and you're like, I don't even need the 1,000. You need it more than you think, right? In your trading business. You might not need it outside in your finances, but you need it for the belief in your trading business. Okay? Last thing on that. That was it.
Yes, sir, bro. Sauce dropping.
Don't mind me. I'm just yapping here.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just pumped up. I'm pumped up that people are working the system and the system's working for them.
Yeah, man. Same.
Let's see.
Well, that's a session, bro. Good session, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's the sesh. Let's see. Any last minute questions? If not, we're gonna skate out of here. I'll keep you guys posted about tomorrow's live stream. I'll let you know. We're 100% going to be live in the clubhouse, like for Asia and London, and maybe an hour for New York tomorrow. I'll let you guys know about YouTube though. Any good books? Yeah, The Magic of Thinking Big. I was thinking about starting a channel, starting a series on my YouTube channel where I review and give you guys some of my takeaways from a lot of the books that I've read. Would you guys be interested in that if I made maybe 5-6 minute videos on book recaps and my biggest takeaways from some of the books and try and explain it to you in a way that I do here where it's a little easy to understand? Yeah, because I have a big passion with reading and books and yeah. Okay, cool. You know Cool. I'll start it up. I got my office upstairs that's pretty much 80% done now, so I'm gonna start shooting some content up there, and yeah, we'll start some cool new series on the YouTube channel outside of the live streams. Can I repeat the name? I would go with a book like The Magic of Thinking Big. I would go with a book like The Compound Effect. I would go with a book called The Slight Edge, or The 5 a.m. Club. Those are probably some ones that I would recommend right off the gate. Yeah.
Those are some fire books. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Okay, let me
start reading those, bro. You're gonna be pretty smart.
Definitely. Let me explain the trade real quick. Pay attention real quick. Give me 2 more minutes of your time. let's explain this trade real fast so that way everyone understands and there's no confusion moving forward. Right, so daily time frame, we didn't really do much. It didn't make sense outside of the fact that we were kind of pushing up here. The bias gets a little more zoomed in when we get to the 4-hour time frame, right? So as we get to the 4-hour time frame, we see that we've been moving bullish for quite some time, right? We run right into this area here, and as we do, we run into this dud candle, right? So you get this candle closing as a kind of like just a weak bullish candle right at this overall level, right? So as that happens, we wait, the next candle shows up, it opens up, it really runs very well, but then it rejects, right? Where does it reject? Well, if we look left, we'll notice that where it rejected is the same place that you have the gap here, right? So you had that gap sitting right there in which price kind of came into and then rejected out of it, right there, boom. So we got a rejection there on the 4-hour time frame. Very strong candle, weak candle, rejection candle, and now we're anticipating that this one could be the one that moves bearish, right? So as we're thinking about that, we drop down to the 1-hour chart. We see here that the 1-hour did close strong bearish, and that the current 1-hour candle had respected the previous high of the previous candle, right? As we begin to move down, we're saying, okay, 1-hour highs respected, 30 highs respected, 4-hour rejecting resistance. Maybe this is the time to take the short, right? Price made absolutely 0 sense on the 30-minute time frame. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't know why that other 30-minute candle's up here, but that's besides the fact. We drop down to the 15-minute. We see here that you have price moving up. We drew this out, by the way, too. That new 4-hour candle, or the 4-hour pullback, right? You get the new 4-hour candle. It wicks up, breaks the previous 15-minute highs here, and then as this next candle, right, comes about, we look to have a fade position. So again, with our 4-hour candle looking like it wants to move back down to make that lower wick, we're looking at the opportunity right here to catch the fade, right? Now we didn't jump on it right away. What did we need? We needed this candle to make a low, which it did, right around the candle where it closed. That's where the low was made. So we needed that candle to come up and make a high, right? And what was the reason that we needed the candle to come up to make a high? Is because we had buyers that were going to be sitting right here waiting to take that trade, right? So as you can see here, as that candle flips or breaks its own high, buyers are nipped in there. Anyone ever been nipped in like that? Some of you guys were in these buys, right? Anyone ever been just tapped into a trade just like that for it to move down? So we needed those buyers to get activated, right? Because where are their stop losses? Where's the stop losses? All right here, right? They're all in here. So that's why you get a swift, clean push on these candles here to drive down and wipe those orders out, right? So again, that's besides the point. We understand all that. So we look for the fade. We understand that this could be a pretty quick position. You got this little gap right here that we're looking to target, and it happened. You know, it happened right on that first candle. So entry was here. Targets were down here. Partials were, I think I took partials somewhere around there, and that was that. Yeah, simple. Simple. So you see how we just kind of tailored it all the way down from the 4-hour, right? It wasn't one time frame that gave us this opportunity. It was the 4-hour, it was the 1-hour, right? Respecting the highs. It was the 15-minute breaking the lows, giving us the fade, you know, re-breaking the current candle high, all that. So a lot that comes into it, but with chart time, you know, you'll continue to spot these nuances and these small little details and begin to increase your profitability as you continue to trade the playbook. Cool.
And if today you practice winning habits today within patience, discipline within your habits and your mindset, tomorrow you're going to be a much better trader than you were today, because we just got the reps in, the practice in, and just strengthen the overall habit, right, of patience and discipline to the play. So tomorrow you'll be a better trader thanks to you practicing winning habits today.
Yep. How did I get myself to liking reading books? Remember, Mr. V said you didn't have to like it. But I wanted to get to the next level in my life. So as I began to read, I began to get smarter, more wise, more knowledgeable. And that encouraged me to continue reading and reading and reading. And, it's made a world of a difference in my life. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah.
Good session, bro.
Yeah, I think we're good, gang. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys didn't quite understand it, go back, watch it a couple times. Just sit tight around like 10:30. Watch how we develop the idea of that trade, and then yeah. If you have any questions, let us know tomorrow. Cool. So analysis for the rest of the day. Yeah, I mean, I would say just 4 hour is daily still bullish. 4 hour, I'm pretty bearish, so I would be looking for sells here. I would look for sells below whatever this is right here. So 83. Sells below 83 look valid. We'll see if you can get down there. And then you got all that clean range to the left. Really wouldn't be too interested in buys anymore. If the 4 hour wants to keep going, and just let it go. Cool. Sells below 83, and that's it, man. That's it. Over and out, Green. Thanks for that good question today, bro. Seriously, what a question. What a question. Johnny Gems, thanks for being here. Chat, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the pips. Go back, rewatch the trade. And, yeah, I'll see you guys, I guess, on the next session, yeah?
Peace,
cool.
Chat.
All right, G's. Later, gang. Love y'all. Have a great day. Peace.
Rain on me. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me. Clean my spirit, feed my soul. I'm pouring spirit, so he use me like I'm trying to change. Ain't pouring spirits, he flow through me, he just pouring rain. Lay my chains in that water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. How you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pit trash, if I wanna serve, I Jesus serve him. It's a flash, when he coming back, what's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat, Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me, rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me, clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Rain on me like you did in the past, and you making it last. Better with you out living on glass. Not going back, I never thought I'd make it without. Out to the same watch out. Like what is we talking about? Chilling with God and he working it out. Do it for you, I can't do it for clout. The message stressing me out. Like what? I know we lit, we up. Following God, I'm making it out. Rain on me, rain on me. Help me grow, help me grow. I couldn't do this on my own. You came into my life.
Rain on me. EST OCOEE. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, hey. I need peace, I need love, I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace, I need love, I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog, ay. Birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom while you simping, for real. Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking. Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision and you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turner signal on. So they see me coming, they still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love, I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace, I need love, I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Ayy, I plug in the microphone and now you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Ayy, way it hit 'em like, whoa, man. Ayy, make 'em do the uh-oh, man. Ayy, how you just came up with whoa, man? Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you, Lord, I sit like a praying mantis. Enemy just tryna see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm outlanded. Even when I'm out, soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above.